The video, you don't have to look at the video or nothing.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just there,
it's just there, yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have like an opening intro music or anything like that?
I haven't yet, dude, because I go off Joe Rogan. Basically, I'm almost going off Joe Rogan just because I'm like so into the podcast and I'm into what he's doing. He's just so curious, and he starts it just like he says like he says boom or something that he starts it, but I basically just start talking. I just say like. Okay, like right now I'm gonna say like, okay, it's the 7th episode of the 100 podcast. Gotcha. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, every other streaming platform. Mm-hmm. And today I got my friend of I don't know like 4 or 5 years now, Jason. And I was his coach for his daughter in softball. Yeah. And, I don't know. We're just kind of hanging out. All right, bro. Checking out the podcast, talking about. We started already talking about working out. So
yeah, hell yeah, we just roll with it, bro, and just gradually gain steam.
Yeah, exactly. Like my last one, I had 2 of my buddies on who played football, and we talked for almost 2 hours yesterday. I had one yesterday. It was almost 2 hours. So
damn,
you just kind of just talk and don't even think about it. You'll forget you're recorded.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's good to have a brew just to relax. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my boy just played tonight. That's why I was like, I'll take my time. That's why I was kind of trying to put it off a little bit later. And then when you said that, like, I was like, that's perfect. Go home, shower.
8:30, yeah, exactly.
And put him down. Well, put them both down, and then we'll just chill, and then I'll cruise over. That was perfect, bro.
How was his game?
It was good, dude. It was baseball? It was his first time catching. He's only 6 years old. He's playing 8U, and he's holding his own, bro.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
good,
it is. He wanted to catch, so they said, all right, give me a shot. So gave him a shot. He just wanted to put the gear on, see what it felt like. You know what I mean?
Liked it. What was he playing before that?
Short. He's playing short right now. Nice. He's got a pretty good little arm, dude, for 6. I've been trying to just, like, you know, we throw the football all the time, just stretching out gradually, a little bit farther. And it's freaking responding good, so just freaking sticking with it to get a little arm strength there.
Yeah, and I remember he's got energy, man. So
yeah.
He'll be able to go. Yeah, just keep him going.
And he loves it, dude. That's what's awesome.
And then Mia, she's playing too, right?
She's all in it. She just started pitching, so she likes it, dude. She loves pitching now. She's falling in love with it. Yeah, I mean, she still plays short and second. But yeah, she's starting to dig it, you know.
Yeah, pitching, you got the ball all the time.
Yeah, so. I know, dude.
I love pitching, dude. Pitching, I was a lefty, so it was.
Dude, that's what they always need, dude.
Thing. Yeah.
I know, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. Lefties for sure, bro. Dude, and I haven't came across one lefty softball thrower yet. Really? All these girls are like all righties, like every one of them.
Really, and I wonder how much of a difference it actually makes for them to be lefty, because they go like from down low. Yeah. So I don't know how much of a difference. It is.
I guess just like the approach, you know, just coming like this, but coming, the way the ball would come at you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got to be a little different.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the playoffs at all? NBA?
Yeah, dude. Like tonight.
Who's on tonight?
It's Golden State, Houston, games. Bro.
Really? What's the series right now?
2-2, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And then freaking Boston got closed out tonight. The Bucks took.
I heard Kyrie's out. I heard he's getting out of there.
Yeah, 57-43, Golden State at half up on Houston.
2-2. That's great.
Game 5, bro.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good little series. I think whoever really wins that kind of keeps going.
Yeah, it's got to be the team to beat. Because who's on the East Coast or on the Eastern?
Milwaukee's probably the team to beat. They were like the 1 seed.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Who's that?
And then the Raptors.
How do you even say his name? I know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's the main guy, right?
Yeah, he's the main dude. He's supposed to be like the next face of the NBA.
Yeah.
Giannis, like that.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good, man. But the Warriors, I really don't want to see him win again. I don't have a team really. So
yeah.
I was a LeBron fan, and the Lakers just look terrible.
Dude, I'm a Laker fan, dude, and this shit's killing me, bro.
Yeah. It happened.
Dude, it's just like
Johnson
drama.
Jump he was like,
it's like every episode's different, dude. Like turn on it's like Days of Our Lives over there, bro. It's always some new drama going on. Magic Bolts, teams looking for new coach.
I heard Lonzo Ball's trying to get out of there too.
I think they're trying to ship a little bit of both.
They probably want to get rid of him.
Yeah, dude. He hasn't showed that he can, like the last 2 years, stay healthy. You know what I mean?
I didn't even watch that much this year, and I feel like just the little I did watch, LeBron looked old, actually. He looked like
he's on the downside, bro.
Yeah,
the back nine.
Well, which you kind of expect. He's been around forever, but.
And I mean, for him, this is a good platform for him to be in LA, just because he can get his career going, his second career after the NBA. And all the other little things, like he's running the shop on HBO. where he brings people on.
Oh,
and
really?
It's a barbershop.
Oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's kind of just like this, bro.
Just kind of talking and just hanging out.
Everybody's just talking, you know what I mean? They bring up different topics, whether it be political, sports, entertainment. Everybody just freaking throws their opinion out there.
Yeah,
you exactly. Know? That's all it is. And it's stuff like that. It's like great for him, you know what I mean? He's like, well, you know, I'm starting my other stuff too, so fall
and
back.
Yeah, your name's LeBron. You can just start anything.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Boom,
yeah, and his boy is, I think they're in like one of the academies over there. It's like one of the best basketball programs in high school.
Yeah, well, one's a baller. Right?
Yeah, that's Bronny. Yeah,
he's a beast. I've
dude.
seen some of his highlight films.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, for sure, man. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree on that one.
Yeah, he'll probably. Yeah, he's got a good chance of making it.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see. A lot of them, though, a lot of those guys, they don't end up playing just because, you know, you got to follow in those footsteps. And
exactly, dude. The pressure, bro, to live up to the hype of your pops. You know what I mean? No matter, I mean, if you do go big, it's like, well, your dad did this. You know, it's like always being, you know.
I've seen a lot of them. The kids play a different sport. Like a lot of the basketball player kids, they're playing football or they're trying to play something different because they don't want to follow in
exactly
the footsteps and. How are you like gonna be MJ's son? And
exactly.
Michael
Jordan? Like even Magic Johnson, his son. I mean, dang, I think one of them. He's like all fashion dude. He's not even.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't ever even think that's Magic's son.
That is
you know
crazy.
What I mean?
That is something else. And Magic's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like they got a good relationship, so that's good.
No, for sure, man. So yeah, you just never know. And then all these juniors, I mean, that do come out. I mean, like Montana, he had his boy. He tried to put him through like the best schools and best coaching for quarterbacking, and just. Never even made it, bro. Never got even a look in the NFL.
Yeah, I feel like you just
happens.
You kind of want to be your own person, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
For sure, bro. So, are we...
How are you? How do you feel about your 49ers this year?
Dude, stoked, man. I already booked...
What did you guys draft this year? I don't even... I've been so behind on everything.
The Nick Bosa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the brother of Joey.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. I heard he was a star.
Bro. Yeah, defensive end, anchoring that line, hopefully, you know, bringing in the sacks.
That's good.
Yeah, and then we picked up D Ford from Kansas City, who's another pass rusher.
Yeah.
So we're going to bookend
those dudes. He's an outside linebacker, right? Or
yeah, they're both like DNs / outside.
Yeah.
So they can bookend, and then force Buckner up the middle.
Or free up him. Setup.
Yeah, dude. So...
Hopefully,
Garoppolo back. Got him some weapons. We got like 3 starting running backs right now. We got Tevin Coleman they picked up from Atlanta.
Ooh,
and then they got McKinnon, who's coming off the ACL.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's 100% to go.
He was supposed to start last year, huh? And then he didn't even make it out of training camp,
the week before the season started, bro.
Oh, shit.
I even picked him up on fantasy in one of my leagues.
You're going to be crushing this year, right?
Oh, for sure, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's addicting, dude. That thing is just... It's the best, bro. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. But how about your Cowboys? What do you think? Dak, 30 mil?
I feel good. What?
Is he worth that?
That's what they're thinking about?
That's what they're looking. Everybody's talking about.
I saw that they're in negotiations.
Yeah, but that's the 30 mil they're talking about. Yeah. They said Cooper is asking for more, and it's even surprising how much more he wants than what they were expecting.
That, dude. I wouldn't pay him that. No way, dude.
But the only thing you got to be, Jerry's like, dude, I gave up a first-round pick for you. I can't just let him walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't pay.
No,
you can't take your whole team away.
No, exactly, because you got your defensive end who you just anteed up this year.
Yeah, it's not like we have Tom Brady at quarterback.
No, and then you got Zeke next year for sure. You got to lock up.
Exactly. Well, Lawrence is still on the franchise tag, so that's. I think they franchise tagged him again, right? Like you.
No, I think they gave him his.
They ended up signing him.
Yeah, they ended up signing him long term. He got a big contract, like 21 mil.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so they locked him up. That was the one I was talking about. And then, Dak.
Well, then we're gonna end up having Jalen Smith. That contract's gonna come up.
Exactly.
Vander Esch's contract's gonna
Everything
come
just
up.
doom, doom, doom.
Yeah,
and after another. Big dudes. Big players, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Luckily, I'm actually happy about the Witten pickup. Jason Witten coming back.
That's
crazy.
He's
gonna get some catches. He's gonna get some yards.
Man,
too,
I don't know, bro.
He's not gonna get far. You've seen him.
No,
he doesn't run at all. But he's gonna get those.
He's
10
gonna be
15-yard
that
catches.
security blanket for him for sure,
and I'm
dude.
hoping he gets a couple short touchdowns.
Yeah. He'll be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like Dak too. He. Not last year, but the year before, he was scared. Without Elliott, he was running scared. But this year, I feel like he'll be a little more settled. First rookie season, he was settled, and then I don't know what happened. That sophomore slump happened, and I don't know. I feel good about this. Who in the NFC East I think is going to beat us? Nobody.
It's you
really.
and Philly.
Yeah, and
the
Philly
Giants are
like,
a mess. Redskins are a mess. They're trying to figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel pretty good.
You guys got great chances. I mean, yeah, it's just you and Philly. It's just right there. I mean, Eli's back there just throwing check down Charlies every 5 yards. That's why OBJ would be like, "Throw me the ball." He's on 5 yards, checking it down.
They didn't even. Did they even get a quarterback or anything? The Giants?
They're gonna get. Yeah, they got this kid out of Duke.
They reached. I heard they reached like crazy.
And the fan base went crazy, bro.
Yeah,
they had
they
all
could
the
have
Giants
waited
fans
forever to get him. I heard, like another round or something.
Yeah, and they were just like, "Dude, this is our guy." You know what I mean? And everybody was just shocked, dude.
It could be if he ends up being then.
I guess what they said, Dave Gettleman, the GM for the Giants, was like, Gruden, you jack that team up? Psh, hold my beer. Let me show you something. You know, just freaking took it one step farther. It was like, dude.
Hey, we'll see, dude. We'll see Gruden. We'll see what happens over there. They just got Antonio Brown.
I know.
So
Antonio's turning like that prima donna diva / head case. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like T.O. 2.0 plus some. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's almost better than T.O.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And then when he was going around, charading around in that blonde freaking mustache, that dude looked all creeped out, you know? Yeah. That dude looked like a trip. I was like, what's going on with this guy? Like, I don't know. He's just losing it or what?
I don't know what's up with the Steelers in general as a team. Le'Veon Bell, he's kind of the same way. He got out of there.
Yeah, I know.
Mike Tomlin, he's always been kind of a little bit of an issue as a coach.
For sure. But they do know how to draft those guys.
Yeah, and they win.
As a franchise, man. They do.
Shit, Big Ben, too, dude.
I know.
Big Ben's been in trouble himself, too.
Yeah. Dude.
The whole team's been there.
Yeah, dude.
There's something else.
For sure. That's for sure,
but
man.
Like you said, they do know how to draft. They got good defensive players. They get young players left and right.
They got this kid out of Michigan, and he just looks like a beast, and they traded up to get him. And I was like, damn, because they had to replace the kid that got hurt. Chazier, dude. Because that dude was a beast. And everybody was like, dude, he just turned out to be an awesome pick. Yeah. Until that freak accident, you know, jack him up, almost paralyzed.
Did you see he's like walking and everything now?
Yeah.
He's like, he was dancing at his wedding.
Yeah, man. Amazing, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
It looked like he was paralyzed.
Dude, yeah. It was like sad. Like, you felt bad for the guy. I was like, damn, man, you never want to see that.
They even had him like walk out in one of the games, and he didn't, he like didn't even walk. Like, he walked, but he did. He had all this help and shit. I'm sure you saw it. So
it was like, man, that's terrible. These dudes are beasts now, bro. It's like, what, 6'5", 280, running like a 4'4", 4'5".
What about your son? Would you want your son to play football, or how do you feel about your son playing football?
You know what? I've made the decision right now that he's not going to... If he wants to play tackle, I wouldn't be till high school. Okay. I wouldn't do the Pop Warner route. Yeah. If anything, I would do that Friday night lights, where they do flag football. You know, and you kind of just learn it's a passing league.
That's better, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think, I mean, back when I was a kid, Pop Warner was a thing. You know, you wanted the gear, you wanted to hit. Yeah. But now, as you see, it's like, well, your head really doesn't need that extra, those hits at that age.
Exactly.
You kind
of see the difference now. Yeah, that it makes.
And just by me, I played ball like at Palm Desert High. It was like 96. And, dude, I remember just like during practice, dude, I got my head rung like, dude, it was like the cartoon, like you see, like in on TV, dude. It was just like the birds going around. It was just like you heard your bell ring. Yeah. And you're just like, damn, what the hell just happened? Going heads up. And it was just, you're just like, stand there for a second. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I had one game, man, against Palm Desert, and I pulled and I hit the defensive end, and I knocked him down, but I kept running, dude, and I couldn't even see, bro. My eyes were, like, crossed. I was, like, running, and I was just, like...
Yeah, for sure,
running
bro.
Blind. I was running blind. I was like, keep running, bro.
The body's running, but the mind's not there.
I was gone. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right? For sure, man. So what do you think about baseball? You have a team or what?
I grew up like in the Diamondbacks, and actually like I really liked them growing up. We went to a lot of games, and
that's when they were on top, huh?
Yeah, like Kurt Schilling, Luis Gonzalez,
the unit,
Craig Counsell, Then when they won against the Yankees, they won the World Series, and then I played a lot of baseball though. Like I played growing up, I played baseball from T-ball. I played out in Blythe. I grew up in Blythe, and then I played travel ball out here. So like I would drive out here like 3-4 days a week after school. So like I kind of like I got burnt out quick. I didn't have a life. It was like baseball, school. So
on that point right there, what do you think? Do you think that's my biggest issue. Like keeping kids playing more than one sport instead of staying on the same sport all year round because of that burnout issue.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think you definitely should have them playing multiple sports, and even if they feel at some point like taking a break or trying something different, like at least give them the opportunity to try it. And I was talking to my buddy, the ones that were on the podcast yesterday actually, and he was saying that what happened to him was like with me, like they were playing from such a young age. By the time you got to that college ball, when you're really working, you got to work for 8 hours a day.
Exactly.
You know?
It's more.
You're already burnt out. Dude.
Yeah,
you've already been playing. You don't even feel the love anymore for this sport. You've been playing for so long.
It's a job, huh?
Yeah, exactly. My buddy said there's some friends of his that started playing and like they didn't start tackle like you said, like start tackle football until like high school.
Yeah. And
they still loved it in college. Yeah. They were still like, oh, this shit's fun.
It's fresh, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of I don't know, because you don't want your kids to do nothing.
No, exactly.
Obviously, you don't want to just like do too much either with them. So.
Exactly. I try to keep it like fresh with them. I'll do the baseball, in spring, and then in the fall I try to do soccer, and then I try to get doing this passing league.
Yeah.
So try to keep it, and even maybe later on do a little bit of basketball. Just try to
exactly
be more diverse. You know what I mean? And see what sports they like, and then let them pick later on and run with it. You know what I mean?
Let them try what they want to try.
Exactly. I think that's the best for them, and instead of just pushing them doing one, because that's what my biggest fear is, just having them burned out, just being like one day, you know what, I don't even want to do this anymore.
Yeah. Like Mia, for example, like she's really good at softball, so let's just play softball.
Yeah, I know.
And that's like,
man, yeah, I know you want to. Yeah,
quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it's like, you know what, forget it. They don't have that fun anymore like they used to. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's exactly what I try to keep away from.
Yeah, and like I've done, I don't know. Luckily, growing up, I've done different sports. Like I've always snowboarded. Like I got into skimboarding and like. I've always done like kind of like off the wall stuff, different.
For sure. Yeah.
Tried to keep it fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did with even my clothing brand. That was kind of the whole point. Was like always keep it fresh, do something different. Even like going on hikes and stuff. Like. Yeah. Do something athletic but different. All
exactly.
The time. Yeah.
It's always good to try something new, dude. For sure. Yeah. No, I agree.
What about you? What sports did you play when you were growing up?
Baseball, basketball, football. I even dabbled in golf. I play
a little bit of golf, actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just to get out there. I love playing tennis. Going to Palm Desert High, dude, was just like crushing blow. I remember, dude, I was like a freshman. And I used to play tennis just, against a brother and sister that are older. And I just had maybe a $40 racket. So I was like, dude, I'm going to go for the tennis tryouts.
Yeah.
Dude, I was going up against kids that were raised and bred in country clubs.
Yeah.
Their rackets were $1,200.
These rich white kids.
Yeah. And just $1,200 racket. And I have a $60 racket. And I just looked at the comp and I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not even going to mess with this.
Nah.
Dude, just perfect serves and everything. You know what I mean?
That's kind of how golf is almost.
Oh, it's totally like that, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Same thing.
You're going against people that, been playing pretty much their whole life. They know the ins and outs of it. They've been raised on a golf course, some tennis court. It doesn't matter, bro. It's the same thing. It's like, man, these guys are literally little professionals already. You know what I mean?
And that's weird. Tennis, you would think wouldn't be that way because it's so simple. You just need a tennis racket and a ball, and you can play.
Exactly. It's a great sport too, man. It really is. Yeah. But I mean, for sure. I mean, these guys had tennis coaches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Private coaches.
Man.
Hundreds of bucks every session. And,
exactly, dude. It's they have the tennis shorts, the matching shoes, the K-Swiss, and you're just like, dude, this is just freaking. Yeah.
I want my kids to play something like that: tennis, basketball, soccer, something that's international. Something.
Oh,
that's
for sure, yeah.
Because football, number one, the physicality. Number two, it's only really in the U.S. Unless you kind of transfer to rugby or something.
No,
that's even rougher.
Rugby, dude, I know. Up, dude. That's crazy. Broken noses, dude. It's crazy. Everything pretty much goes. I don't even know the rules, dude.
Yeah.
I just see these dudes just freaking getting smashed, bro.
Yeah, you know how you're supposed to put your head in front when you tackle? You have to put it behind so you don't get your fucking head
skull to skull. Yeah, it's like, fuck, yeah.
There's all kinds of weird. Yeah, so I don't know. Basketball, my oldest, he's into soccer and basketball right now, so that's really cool.
Good. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I want him to keep playing those or play them. He hasn't played yet, but
yeah, no, I mean they're probably already getting at the age, huh? Where they're already getting inquisitive.
He's 3, so he's really wants to play.
Yeah.
I almost tried to sneak him into t-ball this year, but was like, nah, like kind of basically what we were talking about. Like I didn't want to rush him into it and burn him out when he's so young.
Yeah, exactly. I learned my youngest, Aaron, I put him in at 3, and I kind of was like, kind of hands off. I didn't want to push him or anything, but just so you would learn the basics. And I guess the best thing I could say for that, it was kind of good for him as far as like a social encounter with other kids that he didn't know. Yeah. So he kind of had like a good like.
That's good. Yeah.
He had a good time, even though he would like be screwing around most of the time on the field because they don't have they can't just stay and do one thing at a time. They're so young. They're just freaking sidetracked, butterflies flying or whatever, you know what I mean? Dirt, yeah. But when they're up to
social interaction.
Yeah, just a social interaction with the other kids, they were just like, oh, dude, I want to go back, Yeah. And just caught fire like year after year, and then they started picking up the skills and the game, and they were just be like, oh, yeah, this is home plate, this is first, second, third, and they start putting everything together, and then everything starts to, slowly come together. It's like crazy.
That is the craziest thing about being a dad is seeing your kids like just put things together and start like figuring things out. And you're like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know, right? It's mind blowing. Yeah. But kids are smart, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's amazing. You get to see the evolution of the brain, how they pick up things, man. You're like, man, just watching them from afar, you're just like trip out.
Like they say, they are a sponge, and I feel like if you don't talk to them like they're stupid, they learn. Like if you just tell them and you teach them, like they can learn a lot more things than you think they can. They can be a lot smarter than you think they can.
Exactly.
A lot of people talk to them like babies too much, and I don't think you should. You should talk to them normal.
Exactly. Normal. I agree with that 100%, dude. Yeah. I always just talk to them regular. We never like use baby talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People always do that. Talk to them.
No, exactly.
They're humans.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't want them to talk like that. I want them to speak like speak the right
language.
Way. Yeah,
English. Yeah,
exactly. No, for sure, bro. So, have your boys started like preschool or anything like that yet?
Yeah, that was one thing because like we wanted to get him into kind of like something social. So my 3-year-old, he's in preschool right now. Yeah, we kind of like got him in there, and we could have waited like one more year, but he wanted to go, and since he wanted to go, we wanted to get him in there. He's potty trained and everything, so it was like
the social interaction, bro.
Yeah, we got him in there. Yeah, we got him in there. I think he was barely 3, barely turned 3, something like that. Yeah, because when did school start this year? What month was it?
For us, it starts like in August, usually like the end of August.
So
it starts early now, bro.
Yeah, so he wasn't even 3; he was 2.
Yeah,
he turned 3 in September. So yeah, we put him in a little early, but he wanted to go and he likes it. He loves it. Yeah. His teachers are basically because he fits in that group where they got to do the TK.
Yeah.
So luckily he goes to private school, so they're gonna give him the basically like the write off where he can skip TK and go straight to kindergarten. And
that's cool, man.
Yeah, because he's a smart kid. He's he's bright. So
that's pretty bad. No, dude, it's cool to see that. Yeah, and then like I said, just interacting with other kids. They pick up other stuff. Like sponge off them. And hopefully the good stuff. But they learn different things. You know what I mean?
Man, I know that's rough too. Is trying to give them the freedom to learn from other kids when you see kids doing things that you don't really like,
Yeah.
Or you see parents and you're like, I don't really like these parents either, So.
Dude, I know. And that's how it goes, bro. You're like, dude, those seem like cool parents, but your kid will find a way. Those parents that you really don't see eye to eye with, they'll be like best buddies with those kids.
Yeah,
you're like, what the
exactly. My kid,
it's
funny. TJ, there's this kid, I'm not going to name him, but he said, he's my best friend. I was like, gosh damn it. I was like, no way, dude. He can't be your best friend. That kid he's a little a-hole, bro. Whatever.
Yeah, I know, bro. That's freaking crazy. Yeah, that is funny, dude. Kids.
How many? You got 2 kids, right?
Yeah, 2 kids, a boy and a girl. My oldest is 8, and my boy's 6. He'll be 7 in July. So, I mean, every year, though, it's like, dude, they're learning something new. You see, like, little growth spurts, sometimes you're like, one day they just walk in and you're like, damn, the kid looked like he grew, I mean, other people see it because you see your kids every day, but sometimes there's just like moments in your life where you're just like, man, he looked like stretched out there, you know what I mean? Like the little clothes start coming up on him, you know what I mean? You're like, wow.
Like my 3-year-old, the baby face has kind of turned into like a little kid face now.
Right? Exactly, right?
Yeah, so
they morph,
And like you said, you don't see it every day. You see it like just one day. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, right? You pick up on it, huh? Yeah. You're like, hey, man, what the heck's going on? Yeah, he changed a little bit there. Or even pictures, like when they start going to school and their sports pictures, you're like, wow, their faces do change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that baby face kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, you kind of say like, wow, okay.
Seeing like the different years.
Yeah,
and,
it's
dang.
a trip, dude. Yeah, that's yeah. Like even like sometimes like when I old Facebook post, you're like when they'll pop up, oh, this is like a memory or whatever, and you're like,
that's
dude,
the coolest.
right? And you're like tripping. It's kind of like cool. Like I always tell people, dude, it's like a photo album. You know, of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I put stuff out there because you kind of like reflect. You know, sometimes you're like, oh damn, you know, it's kind of cool, like something like that to reflect to help you. You know, one day when you're like, man, I forgot about that. I forgot I went there. That was cool. Yeah, exactly. I remember that time.
Kind of like little
flashback. Exactly. It's kind of cool. Your own personal little like photo album on Facebook. It's kind of cool like that. I like that.
I just got off of. I kind of got on a social media cleanse, so I've been off of it for a while now. I haven't been on anything. This is kind of my closest thing to it, and it's been nice. Just kind of like
for sure
being off all the negativity. Because like you said, I like the photo out, like the photos. I like seeing all the family stuff and everybody like enjoying their lives, but all the political stuff and all that's kind of like it drives me crazy, bro.
It's crazy right now, bro.
I want to just hang out and enjoy my kids and shit. You
know?
No,
I know.
People are just.
No, I know.
They got nothing better in their life.
And Troy, that's gonna be never ending, bro. You know what I mean?
Because like I've never seen you post anything political.
No, I try to stay out of it. You know, I keep my what I believe separate from all that. You know, I just try to keep it simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't need all that like negativity. I just want to keep it, cool. You know what I mean?
And like you said, it's never gonna go away. And and that was kind of one of the reasons I brought you on was because like you've always been positive, and how do you keep that positive outlook on life all the time?
I think you know what I think that's like a mainstay. Like in my life is always stay positive because no matter what you learn from something, even if it's negative, dude, you learn from it and grow from it. Because if you don't have bad things happen to you, then how do you know how to like grow? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't really get any growth. You know,
exactly.
If you're always positive, then what are you learning from? You know what I mean? So I mean, you always got to stay positive, and no matter what you do, you know what I mean. And I guess as a kid, I was just always like, just always trying to stay upbeat. You know, I always keep a smile. I never like, showing up somewhere and just being down and I'm just never been that person.
Kills it. Yeah,
you know what I mean? You just never wanted to have that vibe or see people see you like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You always try to keep things positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what.
That's what I'm trying to work on.
And I think that's an important thing you can always instill in your kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, hey, no matter what, you always got to stay positive, keep moving, turn the page. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm trying to.
Don't dwell.
Everything's not that big of a deal.
Like no, it isn't, bro.
Don't dwell on it.
Yeah,
it's not that big of a deal.
I think I read something like not too long ago. It says, "What you worry about today, a year from now, you won't even remember."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's pretty much pointless. You know what I mean? Because there's no reason to stress about little things. You know what I mean? You always got to stay positive because something today that you think is an issue, and a year from now, you're going to be like, what was I even worrying about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real,
you know what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you just turn the page, you know what I mean? And I think, especially like with your kids, you know what I mean? Because I guess that's the biggest thing you could do for them, because who knows what they face when they're adults, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you kind of try to prep them,
Was there anything that caused you to have that outlook, or have you always just, I don't know, just always been like that? You just kind of were...
I guess, there was a lot of times, I had a lot of, as a child, I had like friends that were like, even in middle school, we had a buddy of ours we were really close with who passed away, and we were supposed to go kick it with him. It was in Bermuda's Country Club, and I remember we were supposed to go kick it with him, and just an accident happened, and he passed away, and I was like, man, this is freaking horrible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
And then just seeing like family and stuff like that, and I guess like little instances like that, like I've had a lot of friends in my life since I even graduated that have passed away. And you're just like, you know what? I mean, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? You can't do nothing. You got to move on. I mean, we lose people, and that's just part of life. It's the cycle of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it hurts a lot, but it's like, dude, I mean, they wouldn't be like, want us to be dwelling, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
They want you to make something out of your life. Move on.
Going,
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you try to learn from it, build upon it, and whatever, stuff like that will just make you stronger, I think. You know what I mean? And I believe
almost
in
better
that.
yourself. You
exactly.
You see them pass away or whatever, and it's like, okay, you want to be better for them. You're like, okay, now.
Yeah. Kind of like a little bit like a log in the fire. I mean, to use it in a perspective, it's kind of selfish, but it's like, you know what? They weren't able to do this. I'm gonna try to do a little something extra.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
to help.
And that's not, that's not selfish.
But I mean, you try to put a spin on it, mentally to kind of get your brain, hey, I'm gonna do something positive.
Give you some sort of drive.
Exactly. You know, one of my best buddies, we used to always go work out all the time, and then he passed away. And sometimes like when he would be my spotting partner all the time, and like even when I'm in the gym trying to push it, I just like picture him just telling me, you know, just push it, dude, just push it.
Yeah.
And you know, just kind of push me past those plateaus.
Makes it a little easier.
Yeah. Because then I'm crazy. Like, you know, it's just like
that's
when
cool.
we were in high school, you know, he'd basically like clowning, you know, come on, you got this, you know what I mean? But just his voice. And I just use that sometimes. It's just a flashback. I'll just remember, like, hell yeah, I got this shit. You know what I mean? For sure, little boost for sure, man. So stuff like that, you know what I mean? It just, I guess you grow from it, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, nothing in life's perfect. Nobody's going to be perfect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck, you're right about that.
But to have a simple life and just be happy, that's all you could ask for. That's what I say, you know what I mean?
Be a simple man.
Yeah, simple man, no issues.
Skinner, stage
right?
coach,
Exactly, bro. And that's a big event. Do you go to that?
Stagecoach? Yeah. I've gone the last couple years because my wife, her family, they used to go like every single year, and so we've kind of like kept it up. So yeah, I went this year too, and it was cool. Coachella, we don't really go. Coachella's a little crazy, but last year we went one day. I bought a ticket for just Sunday. It was way cheaper. It was the best. Dude, I got like 2 tickets for maybe like, I think it was $150, maybe $200.
Yeah.
But 2 tickets for that. It's pretty cheap. So I went one day, and then this year I didn't go because I didn't find any tickets, and we were kind of like saving money, so I skipped that. Stagecoach is fun though. I like the vibe.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm not in the country though.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm not in the country, but I like it. It's fun though.
That's the thing though. It looks like the vibe is just right. You know what I mean? Everybody's just having a good time.
That's kind of
you know what I mean? And dude, I'm a Niner fan, so I follow George Kittle, the tight end from the Niners. And even he was posting things.
He was over there?
Yeah, he was over there. He was like, Stagecoach Coachella. And I was like, dude, if I was there just to take a picture.
Some of those guys, though, bro. Some of the guys are like 6'5".
Yeah.
6'5". I'm like, give me a chance, bro.
I know,
give me
right?
a chance. What are you doing?
This is freaking crazy, huh?
I know.
Right?
Like, what the? Go back to Texas or something. Leave me here.
But it looks like a cool event, bro. It looks like everybody's just there to have fun, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean?
It's a good time.
I mean, I can't talk down to Coachella because I've never been, but I know it's got to be a little bit different of a vibe. I don't know. You know what I mean?
The vibes are good, too. Like, actually, it's pretty good because honestly, like, a lot of people are, like, they're on, like, drugs and shit. So
it looks like really more the who's who out there.
Yeah, and it is a lot of celebrities and shit. They're not trying to like get in trouble and shit.
No.
People are just enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
You get those few people that are like Coachella because it's a younger crowd. You get those few like little thieves.
Oh yeah, I've heard stuff, dude.
Yeah, which is kind of dumb.
That's dirty.
I don't get it.
No, I know.
But whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard like horror stories of stuff like that. That's crazy, man. Yeah.
And then there was like I guess supposedly the STD outbreak or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that was this year, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't know how true that was, but I heard there was a little bit of a boost in doctor visits.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did hear that, dude.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it at the time. I went when they had the Tupac hologram.
Oh, that was an awesome show.
That was fucking cool, man. That's like one of those.
That was one thing.
Lifetime.
Yeah, I was wishing. I was like, dude, that would be one show that I wish I would have went to.
Speaking of once in a lifetime, I saw your photos. I don't know how long ago, but were you at Stonehenge or Stonehenge?
Yeah, Stonehenge. Yeah.
How do you say Stonehenge?
Yeah, Stonehenge.
How was that, dude? Was it as cool as it's typed up to be?
Dude, it's a trip because just on the ride there. I mean, the whole trip, I was kind of planning to do that. I wanted to do that and this Jack the Ripper tour that was in London. Those are the two things that had my heart. Yeah,
Jack the Ripper,
because it was all like London based. But that Stonehenge, just from UFOs and stuff they say that it was made from, that whole drive there, dude, I was just so amped. Just freaking, let's get there. And when you get there, dude, it's kind of like a weird vibe. Like when you walk out there and you see these big old stones and there's nothing around like stones anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
So you're like, what? How did they even get here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And why were they built here? And the mystery behind it. And everybody has different like beliefs. Like the historian that gives you like the whole preview of like what you're gonna see and like the history. You're just like, wow, because she's all, well, some people believe UFOs, some people believe, it was a tribe that put it here for, for prayer use, and there's just different beliefs.
Yeah.
But they're like, they brought these miles away, and she was telling us how far they were, and they go by kilometers, so everything's in kilometers, but in miles, it's freaking far. It's like over 50 miles, something like that. And I'm like, dude, these stones are like massive, as tall as homes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, dude. And the way they,
Jesus,
you just trip out. It was amazing, just like to see something like that. You're just like, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People came out here. They didn't have cars. They didn't have cranes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, dude. I mean, I guess they invented the wheel before that. You know what I mean?
I think technology was way more advanced than they thought it was.
Dude,
yeah. Obviously, you can't just fucking have that.
No,
you can't move that. No way.
And
you can't
I guess
pull it.
they'd used it for some sort of astrology too. You know?
Yeah, because the way it was designed is like perfectly set up, right? Like,
how do you do
know
this?
That? Yeah.
Exactly how? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some dude in a robe comes over and goes, "We need to do this." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta
like some grand wizard.
Me, yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like what?
I was talking to Zeus. And
yeah,
Zeus told me
he said he's spitting in my ear last night. He told me we need to get this done. You know,
he told me exactly where to place it at.
Didn't notice me.
50 kilometers this way.
Yeah, and we need to get our strongest dudes, and you're gonna bring it over here.
Exactly.
What? It's like it was a trip, dude, and I was like, it's pretty amazing to see. It's like surreal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you ever get the chance, I do recommend just seeing it, just because it's a mind blowing experience.
How was the Jack the Ripper?
It was pretty good, dude. I mean, they give you the history. Just as a kid, I don't know if you ever remember that show Unsolved Mysteries. It used to trip me out.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
It was like a Robert Sack, and he had this music, and there were always like mysteries on there. Well, one episode was about Jack the Ripper, and that must have been like about 7 or 8, dude.
Yeah.
And that freaking episode always stuck and gave me like nightmares.
Do you have
like,
some backstory for Jack the Ripper? Because I don't know too much about him.
Well, yeah, he was. There was a time in I want to say like the early 1800s in London, and they had at one time it was just like I guess it was a small city at the time. It was an up and coming, but there was a lot of ports. You know what I mean? Obviously, ocean based. There was a lot of like whorehouses. You know, so one day they just found pretty much like a whore on the side of the street, all slayed up, cut up, but the cuts were all precision like. So they weren't like some dude just with a hatchet just going to town.
Just going crazy.
Yeah, dude. And it was like, what the hell? So the cops were like, dude, these are like medical like knives that are being used, you know. Yeah. And at that time, I mean, there wasn't a lot of like, you know,
doctors around.
Exactly.
Like that,
so they were like, dude, this is crazy. So then another time, they actually had another young girl that was found, and her organs were taken out.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it was like, what the hell? He was going after just like some of the horrors in the city.
Yeah.
And it was always happening at night.
Yeah.
So, dude.
And doing some surgical procedures on him.
Surgical stuff, yeah. Like, what? Like, dude, like crazy. And then just leaving notes, you know? Like little.
And he never got caught?
Never got caught. They narrowed it down to a couple names. But still, I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was like about 6 or 7 different women that he actually got to.
Really?
And then it just stopped.
Into the shadows.
It's crazy, dude. And when you go there, that London fog at night, it trips you out. You know what I mean?
Because it's a little scary.
So it makes it all like crazy, like, man, you know?
Yeah. I heard London or England in general, because it rains a lot. So I heard it's like real gloomy and like that, so.
Real gray, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can imagine like these girls out night, you know, looking for business to make some money. And just some dude just swoop up, hey, come here. And then just freaking, and then they find the body later. You're just like, whoa, dude. And they didn't have, see, the thing I was wondering, like, where was Sherlock Holmes and all this during that time? Because that's about the same time period.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was like a real guy.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah, in the London, what do they call it? Not the London, the Scottish Yard. I mean, yeah, in Scotland, they had like this, the best detectives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was like, I guess one of them, you know, Sherlock Holmes. And I was like, where was Sherlock Holmes during this? Why didn't he get involved in this investigation? You know what I mean? He was like one of the prime detectives at the time. So it's just a trip, dude. But you like, stuff like that. It was just like mind blowing though. They took us on the same walk of where like they found the bodies, and then they would just point out.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
And he would show us like photos.
Yeah,
you know, like this is her body and this is what her name was, and they found her right here in this spot. And we're just like, dude, it's pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So kind of just going through and then just giving the history of how the investigation was going. And yeah, it was pretty trip. It was amazing to trip. A lot of people were like, "Why would you want to go to England?" But dude, there was so much to see.
I feel like England would be like one of the places you want to go to.
It was amazing, dude. Yeah,
it's one of the spots you want to visit.
It was so amazing. Yeah, there was so much to see. Like, I mean, we didn't get to see everything, but I mean, like, the Queen and stuff like that, like the palace.
Yeah,
get to see that, like trip out. You know, like they give you a tour of that. Man, what else did we see? They have this new Tower Bridge, the one you see like in the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Yeah,
where you can walk across, and it's got like a see-through top where you can see to the ocean like as you're walking across. It's a trip, dude. Yeah. And that one used to open up. They made that like in 1800s. Dudes had to go down in the ocean and dig out and fill it up with cement. That's how old that bridge is, dude. Shit, yeah. I was like, damn, they used to put them like in those old diver suits where it's like freaking those oxygen.
Huge, the ones that were all like,
dude. I was like, imagine
200 pounds and
being
shit.
that guy in there with the shovel, and then they would pump it out. It was like, dude.
Some of the careers and jobs people did, they're like what the fuck, dude?
What the fuck? I know, and they didn't even have the technology that we have today.
Even
that
like
would be
wars, man. Wars, if you got shot, it's like, oh well, let's just take off your arm. And let's see if you live. I don't know what to do about it.
I don't know what to do. We'll stop the bleeding
with my bloody knife.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not gonna clean it. We're just. I use the same knife. Yeah, exactly. The same knife I used on him, I'm gonna use on you.
Man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, yeah, history teaches you a lot, you know. And as a country and as people, you hope to learn from it, whether it be wars, medical, freaking anything.
Yeah, stuff so like don't repeat it, hopefully.
Exactly, right? The same mistakes. Yeah, that's what, like they always say, history repeats itself, unfortunately.
I wanna, have you ever visited the Holocaust Museum?
No, that would be awesome to visit.
That is one of the ones I definitely want to visit. I went there in LA, but it was closed on Friday or something. I went on Friday and it was closed by some chance.
Yeah.
I was out there.
Yeah, just that one day, huh? You're just like, really? Yeah. I know. Yeah.
I mean, I've really been into history. I've really been into like Egypt too. I want to see like, the pyramids and stuff, but I'm scared to even get out the country. I don't really want to leave the U.S. to be 100% honest with you.
Dude, Egypt, I don't know. That'd be kind of a trip place to go. They showed like how they, you know how they always portray the pyramids in the desert? And it's like just right of it, because they always use like when they shoot that picture, just like a straight picture like this, like top to bottom, and they don't use the widescreen because right on the next to it is the whole city, dude. It's like crazy. You were like, what the hell? It's not even by itself. The whole freaking it's like metropolitan area right next to it.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? That's just crazy. They left that all by itself, but it's like probably not even like less than 10 miles away. It's like this huge metropolitan area right next to it.
Damn.
Sure, like, damn, this whole time you just look at that picture and you think,
you just see the pyramids, by themselves. Like, you look over, you're like,
hey, what the hell is this?
The whole country's here.
Yeah, the whole country's right here. Yeah, it's a trip, dude. You're like, damn. But I mean, it's crazy, you know what I mean? But something like that is definitely amazing to see, you know, like, one of the, 7 wonders of the world that those pyramids are, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then what is that country, what is it? Is it the Arab Emiratis? Or whatever?
The one that's like an Indiana Jones. I think it's like in the sand, in the dune. It's like a palace inside.
Yeah, well, I'm just, the country itself, I don't know if it's that country, but one of those countries, I had a teacher, dude, she went to that country, and it's like one of the richest countries in the world, and her like niece is married to one of the princes over there.
Wow!
And so she got to visit, and she got like the tour.
That's
the real
crazy.
Tour. Like he had AK-47 guards standing at the doors, and she was like showing us pictures, and I'm not gonna name no names, but she was showing us pictures and stuff, and it was crazy, man. It was like, whoa.
That is crazy.
That's a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I could imagine, huh?
Like elephant tusks and stuff you shouldn't even have. That's all illegal.
Wow, right?
Yeah, like, man, that was crazy. She was showing
that'd be amazing.
Showing the inside of a building, and it was like gold. The building was like
that's
gold
crazy, huh?
Like, what the
like who lives here? Donald Trump? He's gold. Like there's a lot of people infatuated with gold, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. It's all gold, man.
I know, infatuated with gold. Gold looks bad, too. Gold is like tacky.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
it's all gaudy, huh?
Yeah,
but there's a lot of
right now.
No, but bro, I do
too. This is
too.
my gold silver. This shit's half silver, half gold.
No, but But I mean, if you're going to your house and you had like freaking gold couch,
faucets and shit,
gold faucets, gold freaking mirrors and frames all over. Everything's gold. It's a trip, man, bro. Yeah. But some people, I mean, back then, the palaces, everything, the more gold you had, they showed more superior and more wealthy you were.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
All that shit.
Yeah.
Show all my jewels. Yeah.
I need more gold. Yeah. It's like crazy, bro. But yeah, I mean, that's the way it was. And it's like now, it's like, you don't see people going in their homes and have a bunch of gold out. No. Right? You know what I mean?
You gotta spend a shitload of money on dumb shit now.
Yeah, exactly right.
Especially if you're in California.
I know, man.
You can't even live over here.
Start collecting shit that you're like, what the hell did I buy this? So it's like, fucking, I go through my garage and I'm like, fuck, I bought something at Lowe's. It had like, it's like a little stoplight thing and it says go fight win for the Trojans. And I'm like, fuck, it's still in the box. I don't even open it. I'm like, fuck, this thing's been in here for like at least 8 years, bro. Brand new. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to use it. I don't know if I should throw it or donate it or just let it sit there.
Hold on to it.
You know what I mean?
Yard sale in a
couple
years. Yeah.
It's like trip, dude. Like, what was
Have you ever lived out of California?
I have not, no.
You've always been in California?
Yeah. How about yourself?
California, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I want to try to get out, but...
It's kind of crazy, huh? To cut that cord?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's scary because California is like... It's just everything's here, man. Everything's here. Every spring, every season, everything's here. The beach, snow, everything, man. So
you know that better than anyone. You can go snowboarding one day or go to the beach right in the afternoon if you want.
Exactly.
In the same freaking day.
I live in the desert. I'll drive an hour, go snowboard, and I'm back in the desert by 4 o'clock.
Right?
Like,
it's like, where can you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even know where to go. I have no idea.
We went out to the Midwest this year just to go to watch a game in KC, and it was crazy, bro. Everything was like flat. There's no mountains, no nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched The Walking Dead, but it was kind of like that setting. Like, you're just like, what? Just like the tall grass in the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean? And some people, like most of the homes, they didn't even have like fences. Everybody's yards are open.
Open fields.
Yeah. Like the houses are there, and like everybody's backyard is just, there's like no privacy. It's like everybody's just, hey, whatever. Yeah. It's a trip, it's like a different world, really. Yeah. From what you're used to.
I had a couple baseball tournaments that were like that. I had one in St. Louis, Missouri, and that one was really like that. And then one in Oklahoma City. Yeah. That was kind of like that too. And it was like,
that's pretty bad though, huh?
Yeah. That's the one cool thing about travel ball, especially if you got kids and stuff. And if you're, this is my advice, especially being a travel ball kid. If you got kids that are playing travel ball, go an extra day. Like, go an extra day and have it. If you guys lose in the tournament or something, let your kid enjoy an extra day out there because kids like the vacation part. Like, they like the sport part, but they like the vacation part as well.
Yeah, huh?
And they like having fun, man. And a lot of times parents get all butthurt because they lost.
Exactly.
And let's go home, and you forget about why you're even there. You're
exactly.
There to have fun, so
no, dude, you make a good point for
advice.
sure.
Yeah.
That is good point of advice right there. Yeah, dude. I agree totally because you get caught up in the wins losses and it's like you forget. You're just there with your family, enjoy the time.
Yeah, and I know from experience I'm very competitive. So
hell yeah, right?
I get all butthurt. I'll be like, I'll be the first to be like, let's go.
I know.
I'm done.
I know.
Yeah.
I hear you, bro. I know. It does hurt. I'm a sore loser. I hear that, bro. Exactly. I feel you. I feel you on that for sure, man. So what do you think? What do you think about this this New Year coming up as far as like summer? You got anything planned or what?
My big plan is I'm hoping to get out of my job before season.
Yeah.
Next season. So that's like October.
Yeah.
So it's October. So I got like a couple months to get it figured out so I can try to work for myself. That's the plan. I'm in the middle of looking for apartments right now. So those are my big plans, I guess. I don't have anything like going anywhere. Planned. Maybe hit the beach or something. Nothing too crazy. What about you? Any good vacations for you?
This year, no. We're just going to chill. Take the kids, probably, do the Disneyland thing. Take them Universal Studios. Just like simple, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just a couple baseball games. The beach, you know what I mean?
Have you ever taken your kids, or have you ever gone to a professional soccer game?
No.
I've never either.
Dude, you know what I heard too? Is the NHL, going to a hockey game, that it's the best to see in person.
Yeah,
I've been saying that for like a couple of years. Like, I'm gonna go to a hockey game just to go. You know,
bro, go.
But I heard it's like awesome.
I've never been to an NHL game, but I went to one of like the farm games, like the teams under them. You know,
how was it?
And dude, it was legit.
Yeah, like, everybody says that.
And they're not even that good, and you're like, man, this shit is crazy. It's intense. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
I would take your kids for sure.
Yeah, because I was thinking, dude, I've never seen, but just go to like a Ducks game, just to go check it out. Because I'm not even a hockey fan, but everybody's like, dude, the games are so much fun, just to experience in person. Yeah, it's intense, it's fun, and I'm like, dude,
hyped in there,
yeah. You know, I'm just like, dude, I gotta do that. Maybe I'll do it this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just do it, because I was like, man, that's one thing I've been always saying. I gotta do this. Yeah, I think it's time, bro. Got to do something like that, huh?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hell
I
yeah.
want to try to do that. Go check out a hockey game. Go check out. I was telling my wife about go check out a soccer game because my son's really into soccer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Galaxy right there. Isn't that where the Chargers play?
Oh, is that where they play at?
I think so.
Oh, is it the Coliseum?
No, they play at the freaking... Man, what is it? It's like Home Depot Park, or I forgot what it...
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah,
there's a couple spots over there. Isn't there like StubHub over there too?
Yeah,
centers over there.
I forgot the name of it now, but yeah, those little stadiums they only sit like 30,000, so it's like every seat's pretty good. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's no real bad seats. You're real close. You're on top of the field, so it's good for viewing.
Let's I don't know. I think we should get close to wrapping this up, dude.
Let's do it.
Podcast, yeah. But I wanna kind of wrap it up with a few.
Let's for sure.
A few questions on fantasy and NFL.
Let's go.
Okay,
yeah,
so
let's
fantasy, do it. Who's your first round pick? Like if first you're middle of the pick, if you're fifth pick, who's your first round pick? You're going because the first pick always is shitty. You never work out when you pick the first pick.
Dude, honestly, I mean, I think right now I'm liking. Okay, if Saquon Barkley's there, I'm liking.
Yeah.
If Zeke's there, you got to take him.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm passing on Gurley this year.
Good idea.
You know what I mean?
Like Gurley, he just gets hurt. He's been getting hurt.
And who knows what's really going on with that knee? You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Since the Super Bowl.
He didn't really do much.
No, dude. No. So where does he, so, I mean, I'm looking at those two guys right now, but like a fifth round pick, because they might even get pushed up more to a first, second, third pick, depending. Because I mean, if Gurley falls out, those guys are probably gonna slip even, closer to that first, second pick.
Yeah.
So right now, dude, I don't know right now. You know what I mean? But I like Saquon. I mean, even though he's got a crappy offense, I mean, who else are they gonna give the ball to?
That's kind of how I felt. I picked him. He was my first round pick last year, actually, because I just knew I was like,
beast, bro.
He's gonna get the ball a shitload, and he did. He got the ball a shitload.
He sure did.
So, and
it made it work.
I had one PPR league, so he was my first round PPR league pick.
That was stud pick, dude.
Yeah.
The kid I like too is Bradley Chubb, the kid that's the running back for Cleveland. He's a good running back.
Cleveland is dangerous,
dude, and they're gonna have Hunt after like week 3 or week 4.
Yeah. And he's good, stacked, dude.
Yeah, he is good, dude.
Yeah, where would you pick Hunt? I don't like picking suspended guys.
I don't know. I don't.
Where would you pick him if
I think
if he fell to you?
If he fell to me, I definitely wouldn't pick him in my first 2 picks. It would have to be like a third pick. You know what I mean? Because I need those 2 to be hits for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need guaranteed points.
I can't be like,
guys. Hunt comes in and only gets like a couple touches. You know what I mean? Or dude gets hurt because who knows? Because he hasn't played a couple weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You just never know. It's always a risk. You know what I mean? Risk reward. You never know.
Like Bell when he was doing his holdout, I didn't pick him up, and then Elliott when I knew he was getting suspended and everything, I didn't pick him up.
No, I know, dude.
Can't do it, dude.
No, I can't because it's hard. You need that player right now. You need those points.
Even Tom Brady when he had his little his suspension, his 4 games or whatever he had, I was like, nope, can't pick him up.
Exactly.
I gotta survive without those guys.
I'm gonna try to take Jimmy G though as my quarterback this year, but I do like as like a number 2. I like that kid out of Arizona, even though just to take a flyer on him as a late pick, Murray.
Yeah.
Even though he's not gonna have like a great offense, I still think that kid. He scrambles for a couple touchdowns, throws a couple. I think he does all right, honestly, fantasy wise.
I think you're
not pro wise.
You're on.
You know what I mean?
You're spot on because I've done the same thing. Like Dak his rookie year, I picked up Dak.
Yeah, yeah.
And he ended up being my number one quarterback.
Yeah.
And then Mahomes, I picked him up in
Look
both
at that
my
dude
leagues, and he's
went
my number
off,
one quarterback.
right?
Yeah. So
and same
rookies are kind of the way to go.
And even Watson too. I mean, the year before,
dude, I had him when he was a rookie, dude. I picked all these rookies, bro,
and they all went off, right?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. So who would be? I guess he could be kind of a sleeper, but not really because everybody knows about him.
Yeah.
But who would your sleeper be? And it could be a big name, but who would your sleeper be? Who's gonna be drafted late but might?
Dude, honestly, I think that kid Josh Allen, the quarterback from the Buffalo Bills, he came on strong, and I mean, he's not nobody's stud because everybody looks at Buffalo and like, those are weak, but dude, he just started turning it on. He's like turning that corner. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like figuring it out kind of deal. For fantasy, he was putting up decent points, bro. You know what I mean?
I think my sleeper, non-sleeper is kind of, and he's not really a sleeper, but just because how his team's working out is Kelsey, dude. Travis Kelsey. I think he's going to just get a shitload of touches.
Yeah.
Hunt's gone, and Tyreek Hill
What's happened with that dude?
Gone, probably.
Yeah. So suspended or whatever,
Yeah, so I'm, and that's not really a sleeper, but I think he's going to, I might pick him up early this year. I don't like getting tight ends early, but I might.
I know. Dude, I took Kittle last year, and he went off on me on late rounds. A lot of people weren't feeling the vibe, and that dude was just...
Really?
Yeah, Kittle fell, like, late.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he balled out
and those were backup quarterbacks, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was making some noise. Yeah, I'm hoping, bro. You know what I mean?
Garoppolo's going to come back, and he's going to need somebody who's consistent, and he's going to just throw it right for
him. Dude. I'm hoping, yeah.
Who's your... I guess this will be it for the NFL questions. This will end it. Who's your early Super Bowl picks? And I guess you could say your team, but...
No, you know what? I won't. But let me see. Honestly, man, I don't know. I'm not going to fall in love with Cleveland as far as the AFC.
I think they might make playoffs,
Yeah,
dude.
they're going to make some noise. Dude, they are stacked. They got a shitload of talent. You know what I mean?
Do.
So I'm not going to hate on them. But, dude, I don't know. I mean, you still got New England. I honestly think... I like the Colts this year to make a lot of noise.
Okay.
I think they're going to be a freaking good little team, bro.
Their running back's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
What's their running back?
The GM's making good picks. The quarterback's back, Andrew Luck. Freaking...
It's not a bad pick.
You know what I mean? They're
That's
like...
a good sleeper.
Yeah, I think the Colts could make some noise. If they get that defense right, they could find themselves, you know, in the big game.
Yeah.
And then in the NFC, dude, man, that's a tough one right there to think about. Honestly... I don't know, man. That one's got me baffled still, I guess you could say.
NFC, I'm gonna go with the Saints, I think.
Yeah, you think they make it this year?
I hope if their defense stays the same. Their offense can they'll stay pretty explosive, but their defense, if they can kind of play some defense, I think they'll stick around.
Exactly.
Cowboys can be dangerous, but I'm not gonna say Cowboys because it's been fucking a while.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and be like,
dude,
Cowboys Super Bowl, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna shout it out.
No, I hear you, bro. Yeah, we'll see what's up, though. You know, I'm looking forward.
Dude, I don't know. Chiefs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends on how they do with the players that are gone.
Yeah, exactly, huh? Yeah. See how it all unfolds, man. For sure, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So give yourself a shout out, bro, on it, or where people can find you on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at the real Jason Arroyo, and on Twitter, SoCal MVP 1. All right.
Yeah. I didn't even have Twitter, dude.
Dude, I'm always on Twitter.
What are you doing on Twitter? What is Twitter even? I've never even been on it.
It's like, okay, you know what? Honestly, that's been like, I've had most fun with that, but just because the interaction, like with some of the beat writers, like honestly, from like the Angels, the Niners, I've always gotten responses and had like a little, cool. Like I'll be asking like a question and like even have like a little, you know, a little dialogue with them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, it's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's cool when they interact with you.
Yeah, because if you're on like Instagram or something like that, you don't interact with anybody.
It's this way. Yeah, they're not responding.
Or even
you know what I mean?
Even close to us.
Yeah, so I mean, I've actually had interaction with like getting, you know, feedback. So it's kind of cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, asking questions and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. You get responses. So honestly, like I've had the most fun with that.
I've heard that's like the first. That's kind of like the breaking news source too.
It is, yeah. Really? So I kind of use that. Like that's my morning newspaper, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Whatever's trending, you just go into the topics, whether it be, I mean, weather, freaking natural disasters, world news.
It tells you
it's all boom right there for you, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Hell
all
yeah.
right, let me get you a...
For sure, bro. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for having me on the show, bro.
I got you a couple stickers.
Damn good, bro.
Shirt, your wife's shirt, bro.
Hell yeah. Well, let me freaking when you shut it off right here. Let me see. I'm gonna. Hell yeah. This is our first podcast. Hey. First time on a podcast. Great success. Appreciate it.
Not bad. Yeah, see, we went for an hour, bro. That was an hour, like.
That was cool, dude.
Hour, no problem. Hey, peace out.
Hell yeah, bro.